Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing? Sharice Johnson Moore here, and welcome to Author's Excerpt Sunday. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Alicia Reid, and she is the author of a book entitled Shattered Illusions, A Dementia Journey. Now, I'm going to give you some background about Miss Alicia. Miss Alicia is a veteran. Okay, she is a veteran of this topic. She has been a specialist for 17 plus years in this topic of dementia and Alzheimer's. And she is the author of one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 books speaking on this topic. She has experience of home life. She helps others to help with their family members uh, to work it out and help them in the process of helping their family members that have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia. And I wanted to say thank you, Miss Alicia, for coming on Author's Excerpt Sunday. I'm so happy to have you, dear. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, all right. So, can you tell us a bit about your journey as a writer and what inspired you to start writing?
Well, I started writing between the ages of 15 and 18. I started writing about my early childhood. And the ages that I decided to write about was my age 12 to 19 because I had a lot going on in those years. And then I thought about releasing a book about it. Then I was like, I'm not sure if I want to right now because I was just real touchy about it. So maybe later I might do it. But my inspiration for writing on dementia first came from working in the field of dementia. I was working in a memory unit and I was working around a lot of the women who was just very frustrated and burnt out with not understanding fully of dementia. They didn't know how to properly give the care and they just got fed up. So just by helping them to try to get through the night, I was like, well, what if I'm not here one day? And I wanted to be able to help everybody, not just at the center I was at.
Mm-hmm.
So then I decided, well, I want to be an educator in the field. So one day I was sitting home right here at my desk and I said, Lord, I want to have another outlet and another way to give to people and in the field of which I am working. Can you please help me find that gift that I know I have inside? Like, how am I supposed to be able to express that?
Mm-hmm.
And I got very frustrated. I started crying and I said, Lord, I just need a way to show the people except not just going to work every day. What else can do that it could get everywhere? So the Lord said, write. I said, I write, but what do you want me to write? And he said, write about your experience. I nearly fell out the chair. I was so scared. I never heard the Lord so clear in my life. I nearly wet my pants. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, is this really God talking to me?
Yeah.
Because I used to question it. And so God said, right, I tell you the truth. I literally felt the movement of my hand, like the Lord was guiding my hand to write.
Mm-hmm.
And I started writing. It wasn't like my mind was thinking to write the words. It was like God was doing the writing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not. When I was done, I had a whole book. My first book was an Alzheimer's caregiver's guide of dementia, how to cope and handle dementia care was the first book that I wrote. So that was my inspiration. That's how I got my first book that I had wrote. And when I finished that book, it let me know that I was an author. I was a writer. I could do anything with God's help.
Mm-hmm.
And so from then on, It made me love to write because I got sales. I became comfortable, and all I had to do was put God first, and it let me know that I could do anything that I wanted to do.
Mm. I know that's right. I know that's right. So that says, what was your inspiration behind Shattered Illusions?
My inspiration behind Shattered Illusion was I wanted to inform the families that their loved ones' realities is their own truth. And at some point, we needed to accept that. They needed to accept that as well.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to focus on their emotions. We need to give them support. We needed to accept the process that we have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to accept that they have an illness that they are going through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I wrote the book, um, in this book, the character is dealing with delusion, which is an illness within the dementia.
Mm-hmm.
So just accept the process, accept the illness that they are going through, and focus on the emotions and why they are experiencing the delusional state that they are in. Because it could be a reason why they're going through that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I wrote the book. Because when you go back and forth with someone that has dementia and they're going through the delusional state, we're only going to end up in a battle because it could be a reason why they're going through that. It
Mm-hmm.
could be a place that they're in that they don't want to be in at the
Mm-hmm.
time. It
Mm-hmm.
could be a flashback that they're going through at the moment. So
Mm-hmm.
we got to kind of investigate as well. We need to be investigating why they could be having
Yeah.
the thoughts that they're having.
Okay. All right. So, what was the most challenging aspect of writing Shattered Illusions?
The most challenging aspect was getting past chapter 5. When I got to chapter 5, I was trying to think about where I wanted the story to go
Mm-hmm.
at that point. So that was the most challenging to get through that point. I know I wanted it to have 10 chapters because I feel I could get through my point.
Mm-hmm.
So it does have 10 chapters. So I felt accomplished once I got to there.
Mm-hmm.
So getting past chapter 5.
Okay. Can you give us a brief summary of Shattered Illusions?
Yeah. So Shattered Illusion is a story about a 74-year-old woman named Lucinda Chuckdale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she is married. Her husband name is Bernie Chuckdale. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so they live in a sleepy village called Willow Lake in
Mm-hmm.
South Dakota. It's like on a little a prairie.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a tale that was told, and she has um, her memory takes her back between truth and fiction. So she believes this girl named Polona Chaos
Mm-hmm.
has stole her husband Bernie. Now Bernie used to talk to Polona
Mm-hmm.
some years ago at a Congo club in Cincinnati,
Okay.
but that relationship was over.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucinda used to have some jealousy in her back in her time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Bernie did disappear for a couple of years
Mm-hmm.
um, from her, which wasn't a good thing, and then Lucinda ended up with dementia. So what she did,
Mm-hmm.
she got on the train
Mm-hmm.
and she traveled back in the days
Mm-hmm.
because that was her hot days. So she wanted to go back in time because that
Mm-hmm.
was the days that was fun to her.
Yeah.
So she wanted to go back in time to go find Bernie and see if she
Mm-hmm.
could run into Polona. And she did.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up having some words with her because she thought that she had took Bernie back from her, which she didn't. You know, they spoke about the old days, and Polona apologized for some things that she had did, but
Mm-hmm.
she let her know that it was delusion playing on her mind. So Bernie had to go find her
Mm-hmm.
and let her know that it was her delusion that was playing on her. Um, he did bring her back home.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up getting her to look through her photos to let her know that, hey, this was back in the day. It was all in your mind. And
Mm-hmm.
so the book just goes and tell her you need to separate reality from what is not true.
Mm-hmm.
And It's just a wonderful story. It showed how Bernie had to get support to keep his stuff built up, and he had to learn about dementia so
Mhm.
he could understand when she's slipping and to know what is true and what is fiction. It
Mhm.
let him know this is your wife. You have to love her unconditionally.
Mhm.
Um, he put her in an activity center to try to get her mind off of things that would make her wonder. That's where it gets into the emotions
Mhm.
and knowing what is true and what is fiction and having the support for her. So he went to go spend time with his friends,
Mhm.
so he can have the support so he's not burnt out.
Mhm.
We put her in the activity center so she can have the support she needed. And she had her puzzle books and the things that can have her mind active and keep her off of wondering and doing
Mhm.
things that she shouldn't do, and letting him know that love conquers all things.
Mhm.
And it says that each chapter unravels the layers of their journey
Mhm.
and revealing the transformative impact of adversity that they had, and it's the chronicle of loss, and they celebrate the enduring of love and fragments of the shattered illusions. And it showed how you stay committed to each other.
Mhm.
And it showed that they were in dark corners at sometimes, and how they were able to get out of the hardship together. And
Mhm.
it showed how they shared the lifetimes of dreams, how they went back in the photo album and shared the good times, and
Mhm.
that she didn't have to worry about nobody stealing her Bernie because he was all hers.
Okay.
So it just showed her your dementia is playing a trick on you. So
Mhm.
that's why I named it Shattered Illusions, a dementia journey, because she traveled in her mind and she
Mhm.
really did take a trip, but
Okay.
she was brought back home safe. Yeah.
Okay. Can you share an excerpt out of your book for us? Can you share
Can
an
you
excerpt out of your book for us?
um I'll share a little chapter.
About
Okay.
one or two paragraphs.
Okay, so Chapter 3, Whispers of Remembered Love. Now months has passed in the quiet embrace of Willow Lake. As Lucinda and Bernie faced the ebb of flow of their intertwined lives, each day had its challenged moments of clarity and confusion. Brought it all, their love remained unwavering and was a lighthouse guiding them through the labyrinth corridors of Lucinda's mind. One evening, as the setting sun died, the sky is shaded of gold and orange. Lucinda was drawn to the attic, the forgotten repositories of her memories. She waited patiently for dusty boxes and worn out photo albums to be rediscovered. Throbbing with nostalgia and anxiety, Lucinda climbed the sneaky stairs of anticipation. She opened one box to reveal forgotten treasures, letters, mementos, and faded photos. Lucinda's eyes widened in delight as she recognized her familiar face in the snapshots. There were pictures of her parents smiling as if time had stopped,
Mhm.
and photos of her young days were filled of hopes and dreams. Among her treasures, Lucinda discovered her diary, which exposed her elements. The pages, yellowed by her age, contained the chronological of her life and windows into the past.
Oh, okay.
Her fingers trembled with anticipation as she carefully flipped through the fragile pages.
All
The
right.
diaries
Mhm.
contained stories of love, stolen glance, and whispered promises. It was early in her marriage to Bernie when their love was burning bright and dreams of dancing on the horizon, revealing the cherished moments through her own written words of her youth. Lucinda's heart swelled with a bittersweet mixture of joy and sorrow. She found her 1993 entry, the year her obsession first took root. The words on that page danced before her eyes, haunting echoes of fear and suspicion that engulfed her. Lucinda traced lines of ink with trembling fingers as the weight of the past collided with the present. As she read her post aloud, her eyes filled with tears as she shared the pain and vulnerability of her former self with her now female self. Bernie stood by the door, her expression mixed with sympathy and regret. As she listened intently, Lucinda's voice crackled as she spoke, and her words carried the weight of a lifetime of emotions. The diaries contain stories of love, stolen glances, and whispered promises. It was early in her marriage to Bernie when their love was burning bright and dreams danced on the horizon. I was afraid to lose you, Bernie, she whispered. There was raw honesty in her voice. Deep down, I had believed that you would find peace in the arms of Polona Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It cored me and tore my heart apart. Yet, several years ago, I had come to the realization that our love was more powerful than the fantasies. Bernie approached Lucinda. Her eyes glistened with unshedded tears. He took her trembling hand and gently reassured her. Lucinda, my love, I have never left your side. Polona was a fragment of your imagination, a fragment of circumstances and misunderstanding. It continues to shine even in the face of strong demonization. A sense of help overcame her. The weight of her fancy that had disturbed her was fading. She realized that her intelligent summoned up stories of her disloyal and distressed, her manifestation born of fear and uneasiness, and her faithful companion Bernie has been by her side all along, weathering the storm with faithful devotion. When Lucinda and Bernie grasped it, cherished with the confirmation of the veracity of the human soul, having confronted the haziness together, they presently stand in their loft, encompassed by the reminder of their shared history, prepared to start an unshored chapter in their lives. With reestablished assurance, Lucinda filtered through the dusty boxes, uncovering recollections of their travel. Each artifact held a story of giggling tears and the faithful bond that had carried them through the trials of life. They chuckled as they bumbled upon a blurred ticket stub from their to begun with date, and tears welled in their eyes as they found the squeezed blossom from their wedding day. The storage room became a haven of recognition, a place where Lucinda and Bernie might wave together, the parts of their past into an embroidery artwork of cherished minutes. They went through the hours drenched in wistfulness, flipping through photos, collections, and sharing stories that had been bolted absence within the breaks of Lucinda's intellect.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I know that's right. That sounds really, really good. Really good. Want to let you know right now. I got the book. I got you.
Okay,
I got all your books. All your
thank
books
you.
on Kindle, and so that's you have written 8 books on this one subject, and I wanted to say that
Hmm.
with what you have written and what you have done, I applaud you. I applaud you because you have done a marvelous job. And and if y'all don't have this book, it's called Shattered Illusions. Please get it. It's very important that you get this book because it can help you with your older relatives that are dealing with these subjects. And I want to say, I want to say that um, keep writing, baby, keep writing,
Thank you. Thank you.
and keep doing what you do. Make it do what it do, baby. Like I always say, you make it do what it do, right? So it says, I want to ask you, how do you approach your writing process?
What I do normally is I have to think of what I want my topic to be
Mm-hmm.
first. I have to find out what my topic is going to be. Then I have to know, am I writing about characters? So
Mm-hmm.
then I have to know what my characters are going to be. Then I
Mm-hmm.
have to know what my setting is, and then I
Mm-hmm.
can start writing.
Oh, okay. I know that's right. So, says, so what do you hope the readers take away from this book?
I want the readers to understand how dementia with delusion can affect someone, especially if it's a family member.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to understand that their reality at this point,
Mm-hmm.
anybody's reality is their reality, but then when they have delusion playing along with the dementia,
Mm-hmm.
we have to accept that it's their reality. We need to focus on the emotions, try to help them through the emotions, give them the support,
Mm-hmm.
and try to pay attention, jot down what's triggering the emotions if we can,
Mm-hmm.
get them the help that they need.
Mm-hmm.
Try to pay attention to like the time of the day that they might be having the delusions,
Mm-hmm.
hallucinations, and
Mm-hmm.
just be supportive to them is the most important thing.
Oh, okay, all right. And I would say, how do you handle writer's block or periods of creative stagnation?
So normally I just write, I can free flow, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes to get me in the mood, I will have to listen to my jazz, soft music,
Mm-hmm.
to get me in the mood of writing, like no distractions. So that's what I do.
Oh, okay, okay. And what advice would you give an aspiring writer
I
who
would say start writing. If you don't start writing, it's not going to happen. So start writing first of all.
right?
Start writing. So start writing. Keep writing. You get better as you keep writing. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure you serve your readers.
Mm-hmm.
Know your niche. Serve your readers. Be listening.
Mm-hmm.
Communicate back with them, and be patient because writing is a process. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be patient to get it right. Yep. And keep going. Just keep going.
Oh, all right. I wanted to say that this has been a very interesting interview because I've had to deal with relatives as well that have dementia and Alzheimer's, and is very close to my heart. And I also want to, what else do you have? You have a She has a Facebook group. It's entitled. Let me see. I think I got it right here. It's entitled. The Facebook group is entitled. Uh, um, what's the title of the Facebook group?
Serenity, Alzheimer's, and Dementia Training LLC. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
And the thing is that you when you're dealing with these when you're dealing with the different aspects of what's going on in elderly people's lives, it's like they step into a time zone, like a time warp zone in their
Hmm.
minds. And one minute they be like, they will have you thinking that they're thinking about it was like when they was a kid.
Right. Yep.
They'll come up with a conversation, and the
Hmm.
conversation will
Yes.
be it'll be all about what they did as a kid. You
Yeah, they're traveling back. Yep. They're
Yeah,
traveling
traveling
back.
back in
Yep.
time, and and things like that, and they repeat themselves. They repeat
Yes.
themselves a lot. Do
Very
you
repetitive.
do they
Yes.
do? I mean, the patients do that. Is that one of the signs?
Yes. Repetitive.
Hmm.
Repetitive. Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. So, we have. She also has a podcast. Girl got a podcast going on. You go, girl. Hey, how you doing? All right, all right. Podcast is it is entitled Dementia Compassion. Unlocking Memories. You can listen to her podcast on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And it is very important that you know, you know, uh, when you find other people dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that, you get them come on your podcast, talk to you,
Yes.
and, so how long have you had the podcast?
I had the podcast at least about 6 months now.
Oh, okay, okay. So you just fresh and new. You getting it out
Yes.
there, right?
Mhm.
Um, Alicia has several social media websites. She has, we have, her Facebook page. The Facebook page is listed here at the ticker table on the bottom of the screen. It is entitled Serenity, Alzheimer's, and Dementia, and she has her website for Serenity, Alzheimer's, and Dementia IA training. You have a training class going on. Tell us about the training class.
I have self-paced courses that caregivers can purchase. One of them is for families. You could be families that trying to go into the caregiving field. Is the
Mm-hmm,
Essential Guide Caregiver course, and
mm-hmm,
then the other course is What do you know about dementia? Anybody can purchase that if you want to learn about dementia. It's self-paced courses. You pay for the course.
mm-hmm,
You take the course online.
mm-hmm,
If you need my help, you just hit the ask the instructor button. It'll notify me, and then I'll be reaching out to you through the platform or either by email and give you assistance as you need it. To get through the course, you must master a 75 or higher to pass to
mm-hmm,
have the certificate released to you from my company, Serenity.
mm-hmm,
It is legit national. My company is national. There is a QR code on the certificate that can
mm-hmm,
be scanned by anybody. If they
mm-hmm,
see that certificate from you, it will scan it back to my company. It will scan it back to your um, dashboard where they can see
mm-hmm,
that you paid for a course from me,
mm-hmm,
and it will let them know my educator information. So
mm-hmm,
it can be ran to be proven that you took it
mm-hmm.
from a legit source, okay? And
Amen.
also it comes with a paid members group,
Mm-hmm,
as well as you having the free access
mm-hmm,
group to the free access, and you get the one-on-one training with me if you need it for that course,
mm-hmm,
and you have the support group of the members that's in the free group. There's a lot of doctors, neurologists in that group, so there's plenty of
mm-hmm.
support
Yes.
in that group. Mhm.
Okay, well, I know that you are a very busy woman, very busy. So we can find all of Alicia's her training course is in the ticker table at the bottom of the screen. It's Serenity, Alzheimer's, and Dementia IA Training.com. And then we can find all of her books on the Amazon author page. It's on the ticker table at the bottom of the screen. www.amazon.com/author /Alicia Alzheimer's, Dementia, and Dementia. And she is the author of 8 books. Is there anything else you want to tell us, like upcoming events, things of that nature, Miss Alicia?
I have a book signing that I will be having in November the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
It will be, I'm going to have 3 sessions. One will be from 1:10 to 12. The next one will be from um, 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other will be from 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the session times.
Mm-hmm.
And also, my book Shattered Illusions can be found in stores, is in
Mm-hmm.
stores
Mm-hmm.
at the Spine Bookshop.
Okay.
That is in it is in Tennessee. I'll get
Mm-hmm.
that address for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Tennessee. I just got the message.
Mm-hmm.
It is in Tennessee, and the address is um The address is 27 Lowry, Lowry, Tennessee, and
Mm-hmm.
it's called The Spine
Mm-hmm.
Bookshop in
Okay. Okay.
Tennessee.
All
Yes.
right. And where are you located, my dear?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, Charleston, South
Yes.
Carolina. I know they having I think it's an event. I can't think of her name is. I can't think of her name right now. That's weird. Her last name is Jefferson. We know her on Facebook. I can't think of her first name. Her last name is Jefferson, and she's having a book event. There in South Carolina, I think. I think that's where she's located. And it's just that I recommend everyone to get this book, to get it, to get it, to get it, to get it, to get it. If you would like to purchase the book, you would like to purchase the book, you can go to Amazon on her author's page at Amazon, Amazon.com/author Alicia Alzheimer's and Dementia. That is her author's page, and she also has. Let me see. I hope this is the right one. Okay, she has a Facebook group. It's called Alzheimer and Dementia Facebook group. You can join her group there, and she has a podcast. And she's got so many things going on, child. I can't even keep up. I got my head over here spinning. So I congratulate you, and I wish you all the best on your books. She is the author of 8, not one, but 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 books, and she is also she has a caregiver's guide, Alzheimer and Dementia. That's one of her books. And then she says she has a health and wellness tips for caregivers that came out in June of 2020. That's a book. And she even has coloring books. She got coloring books, y'all. Y'all better get these, get them while they're hot. Get them while they're hot. She has a coloring book. And it is let's see, wait. Okay, wait a minute. I just saw it on my page. Oh my goodness. What's the name of the coloring book?
Mandela coloring book.
Okay,
Mandela.
yeah, Mandela coloring book. And then she has word search puzzle book. She has that. And she has um she has another one. Unlocking joyful moments, empowering caregivers and enhancing lives in dementia care. And is that book out already, Miss Alicia?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all
that's
right.
the book that's in Tennessee. That's the book that's in the bookstores in
Okay.
Tennessee.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. Well, thank you again, madam. And I thank you so much for coming on Authors Excerpt Sunday. And anytime you want to come and tell us what you're doing and things of that nature, keep us in the know, in the what's going on. Just come and you can sit and we'll you can share what you're doing here on Authors Excerpt Sunday. I greatly appreciate you. Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
No, just also I want to let them know I am on allauthors.com. So aliciareid.allauthors.com.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I know that's right. You got to tell them, girl. Got to tell them because
Thank you so much.
there's so many things that we doing, allauthors.com/author Alicia Reid. So thank you so much. And I greatly appreciate you coming today for Authors Excerpt Sunday. And I want you to have a blessed evening, okay?
Thank you so much. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
All right, everyone. That has been our pleasure to have Miss Alicia read with us for today. It has been our pleasure, and it has been our 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 time has been spent with Miss Reid, and we thank her so much for coming to be on Authors Extra Sunday. I also wanted to calling all authors. Look, you you need exposure for your book. You want exposure for your book. you want to do interviews, you want to do a podcast, you want to do Clubhouse, come on. I got you. I got you. I got you covered on all that, okay? And then some, okay? And I'm always here to help the authors do what they do. And you can reach me through my website. It is on the bottom on the t- in the or at the bottom of the screen, ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com, and you can reach out to me and get all that you can with your books, and I also want to let you know that it is so important that we uplift each other as authors, uplift others as authors. Want to say, if you would like to reach out to me, the website is at the bottom of the screen. And I also want to let you know that I have an email address, Sharice, SNJM at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com. And you can reach out to me and we could sit down and we could talk about if you want to be on the show. I have Authors Excerpt Sunday Live. I have Authors Excerpt Sunday Podcast. And I also have Authors Excerpt Sunday Clubhouse. And I have Authors Excerpt Sunday TikTok and Instagram. Okay, I'm not leaving nobody out of the equation, right? And I'm going to possibly start another Authors Extra Sunday on maybe fan base, because I'm also on fan base as well. On fan base, I have a page on fan base. You can find me on website, Sharice N. Johnson Moore. You can find me on Facebook, Sharice Johnson Moore. You can find me on Sharice Johnson Moore LLC on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, Sharice Johnson Moore. You can find me on Twitter, Sharice J Moore. You can find me on LinkedIn, Sharice Johnson Moore. Everything is the same, so you can't get confused. And the picture's the same in all my profiles. I do not have confusion going on over here. Okay, so you know who I is. Okay, um, I did just want to let y'all know. I want to say I love you all. And I want to say that you doing your thing, y'all doing your thing, y'all doing the writing your books and everything like that. I congratulate you on writing your books. I congratulate you on doing what you got to do, make it do what it do, baby. Okay. So till next time, I'll see you on Arthur's Excerpt Sunday.